Good afternoon, everybody. We're joined by Hannah today from the Senator Group, and we're going to be talking things apprenticeship-wise and the support and opportunities that are there within the Senator Group. Good afternoon, Hannah.
Good afternoon.
So can you talk us a little bit through what the Senator Group is, what you do, and the kind of products that you manufacture?
Yeah, of course. So the Senator Group were founded in 1976 by our chairman, Colin Mustoe, started the business at a very low level. It's then grown to be a global organisation. Primarily, we're based within the UK in the northwest. We've got about 4 sites around the East Lancashire area. What we do is that we are the leading manufacturer of office furniture. So like I said, we have a number of sites where we have very, very skilled people in what we do. Like I said, we are the UK leading in this area, but we are global as well. So we do have a factory out in America. We have a number of showrooms as well throughout the whole of the world. So we are very much on a global scale as well.
And in terms of apprentices, what kind of apprenticeships do you offer there at Senator?
Yeah, so we offer a number of apprenticeships ranging from upholstery, sewing, which are very key skills that we need in our business. CNC machinists, again, very key area. Maintenance. We also have business admin, undergraduate apprenticeships as well. So there's very vast areas of apprenticeships that we offer. We always look at upskilling our employees as well, our current employees. So, we will look at things like CIPD, HR kind of qualifications as well through apprenticeships.
And with that in mind, what advice have you got for a young person looking to apply for one of the vacancies at Senator? What kind of things are you looking for as a business?
I think we're always looking for someone that is willing to learn. Definitely, that someone that takes a keen interest in their own self-development. They want to learn, they want to push themselves forward, they want to progress in a company, they want to bring the best, to that company and get the best out of themselves as well. We want someone that is committed, very reliable. Those are all the types of qualities that we're looking for from an employee, apprentice coming to our business.
And in terms of the current situations, obviously, we know that in East Lancashire particularly, there's been an impact following the coronavirus. Some manufacturing businesses have unfortunately seen production fall for various reasons that we're all too aware of. In terms of kind of the developments and the future, what's on the horizon for Senator? What is it? New products? Is it new technologies? What kind of things can you tell our applicants about there, please?
Yeah, so clearly because of the stay-at-home message that we've had over the last 12 months, that has impacted office furniture ultimately because people aren't working from offices. So that has impacted us. So we have tried to diversify. We've looked at working from home range because people are working from home, and that's an area that we've sort of pushed into. So we have had to redesign a lot of new products. I think we're just trying to see where things go still at the moment. I see that we will build again and look more on a global scale. That was where we were kind of headed into the markets, into India and those kind of areas. But I think it's just kind of seeing how things go at the moment. But definitely we have had to change the way we do things, and we've kind of had, like I said, had to diversify.
Okay. And from a sort of a numbers picture, what can you tell us about the history of the apprenticeship programme within the Senator Group?
Yeah, so to be honest, year on year, we've usually taken about between 10 to 20 apprentices every year across our sites. And we've been very invested in the apprenticeship schemes. We've been on trailblazers to put together new standards for apprenticeship schemes because we are very much invested in it, because there's a lot of skills that we can't get anymore. So we know that we need to grow that in our own employees. So we've been very heavily invested in apprenticeships through the years. We've had apprentices that have won awards, through Burnley College as well. It's a real, sort of, it's something we heavily invest in, definitely.
And from a point of view of the securing an apprenticeship at the Senator Group, what what kind of tips and hints could you give to those applicants to get the best out of their opportunities with yourselves, the kind of the support that you provide as well, the wraparound support?
Yeah, so I think initially for any apprentice coming in on an interview stage, I think the initial advice would be that, to know your CV. I think I get generally when people come in for interviews, they don't know their CV enough. They've not looked at it. So when they get questioned on things, you can tell they don't really know it. Just try and be honest. Try and use as many examples and give us as much as they can about themselves in that interview. Make it quite personable as well, because that's what we're trying to look for. When the apprentice then joins Senator, we do like to do things like we try and do sort of a group activity with all the apprentices when they first join. So a kind of go outdoors kind of outdoor elements, I think it's called, that we go on to kind of get the apprentices as a team. Particularly at certain sites, we have an employee that will look after the apprentices, so they'll review their progress as they go on through their apprenticeship as well. And then obviously we have the person's manager and supervisor, which they'll have regular updates with the apprentice and with the college and training provider as well.
Great stuff. So from kind of a point of view of the next step, so obviously Themis, Burnley College, people apply to us, we support those people through an application process, and they would apply, and they would sort of, fingers crossed, if it was successful yourselves, they'd start on that journey. Can you give some examples of kind of the length of stay almost of an employee within Senator? Have you got examples of how long people have worked within the business?
Yeah, so an example, we've got an employee that initially started off in our dispatch department, and then we had an upholstery apprenticeship which he applied for, and he's gone on and he's now an upholsterer. He's gone through his apprenticeship. I think he's been with the company about 5-6 years in total. He won one of the awards through Burnley College. So. And he's sort of progressing through upholstery now. He's one of the better upholsterers in there, and that's just showing that how that person has wanted to learn and wanted to progress their skills in the business and remain with the business, and that's just a really good example of how that person's moved through and how the apprenticeship's helped him do that.
Perfect, thank you. And then just finally, if for the people that are listening to this, hopefully we're going to have some parents and carers, and we're going to have some young people that are looking for an apprenticeship. And we want sort of to give them as much information as we possibly can. We haven't been in a position to do our face-to-face Themis Careers event this year, so we're doing a series of question and answer sessions like this, some social media posts, some videos, some stories about the local businesses within our area that are looking to recruit apprentices. But to finish this conversation off, what one piece of advice are you going to leave our listeners with today?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Best to last.
I think just always having an open mind and a positive attitude. If you're always going to have that, then you're willing to learn, you're always open to new challenges, new opportunities, and you're going to tackle it positively as well. And I think that will always lead to success for someone. So yeah, that would be my advice.
Perfect. Well, that just about brings us to the close of our Q&A with Hannah from the Senator Group. So I hope everybody's enjoyed listening to this. If anybody's got any questions about the Senator Group or any questions about Themis and the process, get in touch with us here at Burnley College, and we will field any questions and go backwards to Senator if we need to do that, and keep your eye out for vacancies and apprenticeship opportunities within that business. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.